The Global X Blockchain ETF, ticker BKCH, is designed to give investors targeted exposure to companies involved in the development and adoption of blockchain technology across the global economy. Rather than focusing on a single cryptocurrency or holding digital assets directly, BKCH invests in publicly traded companies that are building, enabling, or integrating blockchain infrastructure into real-world business models. BKCH is one of the few ETFs that takes a global, multi-industry approach to blockchain. The fund tracks a market cap-weighted index of companies identified as participating in blockchain-related activities. What makes BKCH different from many thematic ETFs is how it identifies eligible companies. Instead of relying solely on traditional industry classifications, the index uses a proprietary natural language processing algorithm to analyze company filings, earnings calls, and disclosures to determine how meaningfully involved a firm is in blockchain technologies. Companies are screened across several key blockchain business activities. These include digital asset mining, blockchain and digital asset transactions, blockchain applications, blockchain and digital asset hardware, and blockchain and digital asset integration. This approach allows the ETF to capture not just miners or exchanges, but also companies building the infrastructure, tools, and platforms that support blockchain adoption across industries. Once companies are identified, they are classified into categories based on how central blockchain is to their business. Pure-play companies are those that derive a significant portion of their revenue from blockchain-related activities. Pre-revenue companies are typically earlier-stage firms that are heavily focused on blockchain but have not yet generated meaningful revenue. Diversified companies are larger firms where blockchain is an important growth initiative, but not the primary revenue driver. BKCH is intentionally concentrated. The fund typically holds between 25 and 40 companies, with a strong bias toward pure-play blockchain firms. If fewer than 25 pure-play companies qualify at a given rebalance, the index allows pre-revenue and diversified companies to be added until the portfolio reaches a minimum of 25 holdings. This structure keeps the ETF tightly focused on blockchain exposure rather than diluting it with unrelated technology stocks. Weighting within the fund is based on market capitalization, but with important constraints. Pure-play companies are capped at 12% each, which prevents any single name from dominating the portfolio. Pre-revenue and diversified companies are capped at 2% each, ensuring that firms with less direct blockchain exposure remain satellite positions rather than core holdings. This balance helps maintain thematic purity while managing single stock risk. The index underlying BKCH is rebalanced semi-annually. This allows the portfolio to adjust as the blockchain landscape evolves, adding new entrants, removing companies whose exposure has diminished, and reweighting positions based on changes in market value. Because blockchain is a rapidly developing industry, this periodic refresh is an important feature of the ETF's design. It's important to understand what BKCH does and does not represent. The fund does not hold cryptocurrencies directly, and it does not track the price of any single digital asset. Instead, it provides equity exposure to companies whose revenues, growth prospects, and business strategies are tied to the adoption of blockchain technology. As a result, BKCH behaves more like a thematic equity ETF than a crypto proxy. That distinction matters for investors. Blockchain adoption can grow even if digital asset prices are volatile, and companies within the ecosystem may succeed or fail based on execution, competition, regulation, and capital access rather than token prices alone. At the same time, because many blockchain-focused companies operate in emerging or speculative areas, the ETF can experience higher volatility than broad equity funds. BKCH may appeal to investors who want diversified exposure to the blockchain theme without having to select individual stocks or manage a portfolio of early-stage companies. It also fits as a satellite allocation rather than a core holding, given its concentrated nature and thematic focus. Understanding its structure helps set realistic expectations for how it may behave across different market environments. In summary, the Global X Blockchain ETF offers a rules-based, globally diversified way to access the blockchain economy through public equities. By using advanced screening techniques, Focusing on pure play exposure and maintaining a disciplined weighting structure, BKCH aims to capture the companies building the foundation of blockchain technology while avoiding direct cryptocurrency ownership. For investors researching blockchain ETFs, knowing how BKCH selects, weights, and rebalances its holdings is essential before deciding whether it fits within a broader portfolio strategy.